Hey, and welcome to today's video. We will be discussing how AI is replacing jobs across companies across the world. So let's have a look at the mainstream media here and see what it's saying. We're seeing more than 10,000 job cuts, 73 in July. So, okay, let's have a look at this one from TechCrunch. Mm-hmm. We've got on average 10,000 being laid off per month, according to TechCrunch. 180,000 people lost their jobs, led by the giants of development and consulting. And let's have a look at this. Yeah, so we're seeing a huge trend of layoffs. Now, where is this coming from? It's basically that the world has now found a way to make things better, faster, and cheaper. So, this is, of course, referencing AI. Now, we've all been using AI as a consultant, as an accountant, as a developer, as a trainer, as anyone who's got to do with administrative work, who's looking for a way to get the report that they want, who's looking for a way to get an ad, a design, an email, even a legal document to be reviewed by AI and expose weaknesses. So when we're doing this, when we're using AI instead of paying consultants to do it, then of course these consultants are not getting enough work to justify their job anymore. So of course they're laid off. And secondly, we have to understand that AI is now part of ERP. Now, what does this mean? It means that you will be able to get your reports faster, better, and for cheaper, meaning that your boss is not going to need you anymore to be developing all these reports. Data migration is going to be done through AI. Training is going to be done through AI. Change management and user adoption is going to go through the roof because of AI. And all of this is because AI is now part of ERPs natively. So when I talk about AI, I'm talking about machine learning, natural language processing, and process automation. Now, what does it actually mean? It means that, of course, as a user of AI, you're going to be able to do your job much faster to the point where it's going to be so simple that AI will be able to take over. And all these job losses that we're seeing are going to be impacting you directly. Now, how do you prepare for this kind of, well, first of all, of benefits that AI is bringing, but also the potential risk of losing your job? So first of all, you have to understand that AI will be able to differentiate between a mistake that maybe your supplier did by sending you a request for payment or a bill with the incorrect numbers. So as a quality controller, as a data controller, your job is not going to be very relevant in a couple of months. So of course, this means that you have to figure out a way to stay relevant at your job. Now, when we talk about workflow, and you might say, well, there's always going to need someone to review things and approve them. Yes, for the first months, there might be, but once AI has understood through machine learning what people are doing wrong, the kind of problems that there are, then of course, instead of requiring 20 people in a team, maybe you're going to require just one or two. It's not that all jobs are going to be irrelevant. It's just that you're going to need less people to do the jobs that are requested by your board of directors, etc. So when we're talking about this, it also means the personalization of the use of the ERP within your business. And all of that usually goes through a lot of meetings with the board, with the users, with the directors, etc. But now everything is going to be automated through AI. So all these meetings are not going to have to be held anymore because because AI is going to be taking care of all of this. Now let's have a look at what Europe is saying and thinking about all of this. Now, as you can see through actual conferences by the leaders of the European community, people are actually pushing for the use of AI. Now, the future of AI needs to be made in Europe according to the European leaders. And they're saying that they are going to spare no effort. So basically, they're going to be spending all that they require to be able to make AI a priority and a reality in Europe. Now, when you look at this through the perspective of large tech companies that are already laying off so many people across the world, it's not just in America, but you've got companies across Asia, across the Middle East, across Africa also, just getting rid of unnecessary stuff. Now, what are these people going to do? Because their job is just being replaced. If they find another job doing what they were already doing, then of course, if that company is also using AI, their job is not going to be very useful and very required or needed in the months to come. Now, what can you do to actually prepare for this? Of course, it's not going to be such an easy transition because for AI to work, there needs to be a cultural readiness for it, because getting rid of 90% of your labor is not something you will very happily do, and it's not something that can be done without the people leaving, doing the handing over to AI, and even training AI for a few months through what they do. It's also going to require continuous training for the remaining people, the remaining staff, on how to use and control AI, and also manage change management initiatives, being when people have new ideas and they could talk to AI and request AI to do things, to actually set controls on what AI does or doesn't do within your ERP system, because you do not want to corrupt whatever is actually working perfectly uh, just by having people with the permission to change the ERP and the process flows using AI prompts. So you're going to have to set some control rules and regulations within the organization, and maybe still have a couple of people at the top deciding on major changes or even minor changes through AI, to just make sure that there are no errors being made consciously or unconsciously on your ERP system and within your finances. So that's all for today. I hope this video was useful to you. If so, don't forget to leave a like or subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you and goodbye.